From the Delhi studios of Republic TV, it's time for Arnab Goswami on The Debate.
Arnab Goswami on The Debate at 10. Presented by Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 3 5G. Powered by Reva University, Softovac and Berger Paints.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Narcotics Control Bureau has launched an unsparing and relentless crackdown on the entire drug network. It was not a one-off. There have in fact been 4 back-to-back operations in just 24 hours. What does this show? This shows the intent of the agency to clean up. Tonight there is also an attempt to spark a sympathy campaign for those accused of consuming and supplying drugs. Here are the details of the operation. How Drugsgate is becoming massive, and then we debate.
The Mumbai cruise Drugsgate is getting bigger. In a 4-part operation, the Narcotics Control Bureau team, led by Sameer Wankede, have conducted 4 simultaneous operations in the last 24 hours.
Based on the preliminary inquiry that the NCB had carried out an interrogation of the accused Mohak Jaswal, there were several raids that had been conducted by the NCB in which they have apprehended one more person with the quantity of 2.5 gram of ecstasy and the commercial quantity of 54.3 gram of mephedrone on 4th of October.
Based on the information that the Narcotics Control Bureau team received from the accused Ishmi Chadda, they went ahead and conducted an operation at Goregaon, on the basis of which Shreyas Nair was arrested, whereas there is one person called Manish who was arrested on consumption charges. There's another person, Avin, who's been arrested with small quantities of charas, and it's been said that he was also on board the cruise where the drug party was being conducted. All these 4 people who've been arrested by the Narcotics Control Bureau have now been sent to the NCB custody until October 11.
In further operations, a team of NCB Mumbai arrested 4 more people, namely Gopalji Anand, Bhaskar Arora, Sameer Sehgal and Manav Singhal. And these are the employees of the event management company, and it is also said that this company regularly organizes such high-profile parties where the involvement of drugs has been seen by the NCB.
NCB is on an overdrive to crush the drug network in the country. Whether it was an undercover operation on Saturday to bust a rave party on a cruise that led to the arrest of Aryan Khan, or surprise raids on the cruise once again on Monday. And now 4 back-to-back operations that have led to larger network unraveling in the drugs racket.
The court has granted police custody till 11th of October. And court said that thorough investigation is required.
Despite the scale of the Drugsgate, there is an attempt at triggering a sympathy campaign. But the nation stands firmly with the agency that has made it a mission to crack down the drug supply chain and wipe out drug threat. Let's debate.
And just keep in mind, viewers, they were trying to play this down. They were trying to say it's no big deal. It's a small, tiny event, nothing important. NCB is doing it for publicity. Ye to hota hai. Little bit of drugs, no big deal. It's the way of life. This is how the rich and famous operate now. If those who are not rich and famous don't understand our lifestyle, it's their problem. This was the essential argument, Brinda Adige, that we were hearing all of last week, over the weekend. Brinda Adige, Sujay Kantawala, Apsara Reddy, Gaurav Goel, Shelly Maheshwari. She's a model. Gaurav Goel, advocate and political analyst, Apsara Reddy, journalist and columnist, Sujay Kantawala, senior lawyer, and Brinda Adige, well-known activist. Syed Asad Abbas, political analyst, Ranjit Keshav, political analyst, Mohammad Tausif Rahman, political analyst, Mehz Khan, social activist, and Manvi Taneja is a model and actor, joining us on the debate tonight. Now, you know, some agencies, I think some PR agencies have been hired now, Manvi, and they are saying, we stand with Aryan Khan. You stand with Aryan Khan. So, kindly explain to us, when you stand with Aryan Khan, whose achievement is, I'll tell you the achievements precisely, whose achievement is, in recent times, the collection of 22, what is this, MDMA pills or ecstasy pills? I don't know what that is. Hashish, cocaine, hashish. I want to understand this because, you see, Apsara, these people think that, you know, we are not cool. Cool people understand it's not a big deal. Uncool people like you, Apsara, like me, like Brinda Adige, like Sujay Kantawala, uncool people like Gaurav Goel, uncool people don't understand that cool people find drugs cool. And it's just a bit of drugs. You know? So they say, we stand with Aryan Khan. I want to know why you stand with Aryan Khan. Mr. Abbas, someone explain to me what exactly has been his achievement that you're standing with him. Manvi, why?
All right, Arnab,
what is
me
this
to open it, please.
person done?
All right, Arnab, the fact of the
Okay,
matter...
Syed wants to open it. Okay, Syed. Syed.
Yes.
Yeah.
Arnab, the fact of the matter, I truly believe...
Now, what is the... No, my question is, what is this I stand with Aryan Khan for what? For what? No, what is it you stand with him for? That way, every drug peddler, drug user, Narcotics Control Bureau arrested person you will stand with that person. Why? What has the person done?
I'll tell you what the person has done or what the person has not done. The fact of the matter, the constitution of the law says innocent until proven guilty. Until Aryan Khan is proven guilty, he is innocent. We know as for a fact, now the trial is on, investigation is on. The Narcotics Control Bureau has extended the custody for another 3 days. So let us wait and see. Did he consume? Did he have, under the NDPS Act, did he violate any of those acts? That is therefore to see. But the fact of the matter, truly we need to see here it's being politicized. I will tell you why it is politicized. The Bharatiya Janata Party government is expert into hiding the news. There's no news about Adani's Mundra port where 3,000 kg of
Arnab, I have an issue because we're discussing an issue here. Why are you politicizing the debate? Why bring politics into a 21-year-old's drug?
I will tell you why.
No, I'm sorry, you're politicizing something. Why don't you stand with the people of this country? Why stand with Aryan Khan? Stand with the families who've been affected by drugs. Nobody is declaring Aryan Khan a convict. Let him go through the trial. Why should you stand with Aryan Khan?
MOS state's son was, he butchered the farmers. He was right in the car. Would you call him guilty or innocent until proven guilty? Would you say that?
We are talking about the superstar drug bust here. And my point here is, why are you standing with Aryan Khan? For a second, can't you put yourself in the shoes of the people
they want to put
who have suffered because of drugs, families ruined, incomes ruined, loss of lives?
Only because
let the investigation go on. Why stand with Aryan Khan?
You want to do that. But you want to hide Priyanka Gandhi's arrest in UP. You want to hide.
You are standing with Aryan Khan because he's Shah Rukh Khan's son. You are standing with Aryan Khan because it's cool to stand with Shah Rukh Khan's son. Stand with the youth of this nation. I am pro-country, not pro-Shah Rukh Khan.
Narcotics Control Bureau. What is the investigation on the 3,000 kg heroin which was taken from the Adani's Mundra port? What about that? You don't have an answer. Let us see more investigations there as well. Let us see at the investigation.
Listen, why
farmers
don't you
were
for a
killed,
second
madam. Farmers were killed at
Syed, can you...
Why Akhilesh Yadav? Why Priyanka Gandhi was
Syed, you seem to... Syed, you 1 minute, a minute, please. I think there's a 1 minute, Syed. Syed, listen. This, that nursery rhyme that you people sings so often nowadays about the Mundra port, allow me the opportunity to set the record straight on that. Usually, most normal people think, Syed, that if drugs are caught, it's an achievement. If drugs are not caught, right, it's a failure. You seem to believe that if drugs are caught, it's a failure, and if drugs are not caught, it's an achievement. I mean, what has happened to you people? Gaurav Goyal is on the debate. I invite him next. You should be congratulating all the agencies who have caught the drugs, thousands of kilos of it at the Mundra port. I don't understand what you people are going on about. It's embarrassing. Now, having said that, I welcome to the debate Gaurav Goyal will debate with Mohammad Tausif Rahman.
Very wrong narrative right now.
Facts before you. Facts before you. I'm not giving narrative, I'm sharing some facts. Can I share my facts, then you debate? No, 1 minute. First of all, you decide between the both of you which among you is debating. Can I ask my question? I'm going to ask my question.
So I would like.
Can I ask my question? Can I ask my question and then you take off? Both of you take off.
Yes, sir.
Can I ask my question? Then take off after that, please. My question is, I think the NCB is doing a great job. Here's my opinion. This is becoming a bigger and bigger racket. 4 high-profile organizers belonging to event management company, Sameer Sehgal, Gopalji Anand, Manav Singhal and Bhaskar Arora, the organizers of this drugs party, have been caught. And I don't understand why they should be let off because a Bollywood star's son is involved. Secondly, NCB has carried out 4 operations following the arrest of 8 people. They have seized ecstasy, mephedrone, charas, hypodronic weed, multi-strain cannabis. Everything has been found. And all of this has happened because of the arrest of these 8 people, including Aryan Khan, which means the NCB has got a lot of critical information by arresting Aryan Khan. It's serious, right? Don't play it down. It's very, very serious. Now, one of you has to start. Okay? Tausif will start, then Gaurav will respond. Tausif.
Now, Arnab, if you can just give me 1 minute. Yes. Yes, Arnab. Good evening to you. Now, Arnab, first of all, you gave a very wrong narrative when you started the debate that who's standing with Aryan Khan. No, so now the problem is that just because Aryan Khan is Shah Rukh Khan's son, that doesn't matter anything to us. And we are very proud with the department, whatever the achievement they have done, and they have caught the drugs, same as the whole India is clapping with this. Now, the problem is that with this wrong narrative, you know, we would be very happy. The same investigation which is going to happen with these 10 people who got arrested, you know, the same investigation should happen with Mundra port, and another 5 kg of heroin was seized in some international airport, which is not being able to come up in the media. Now, why only Aryan Khan? Why not other 10 people and other people who were there on the cruise? My problem is only that. If you are just emphasizing Aryan Khan and who's supporting, tell me in this panel, raise hands and tell me who's supporting Aryan Khan and he's innocent.
Wrong.
Sir, please. Sir, 1 second, sir. Just I'm asking all the panelists raise hands that who's supporting Aryan Khan. Is Syed Abbas supporting Aryan Khan?
The court has categorically
observed any of my colleague who's there in the panel
that he was accompanying his friends who were in possession of the drugs. What else do you want?
Why are you making this wrong narrative?
You should be grateful to the authorities, and the police authorities, those who are unearthing such
1 gram or 3,000 kg of heroin.
You should be grateful to him.
A drug is a drug.
See, if it is 1 gram, it is 100 gram, it is more than a small quantity.
And we are not supporting
it is an intermediary quantity.
And
please don't run such kind of propaganda that we stand with Aryan Khan, we stand with Shah Rukh Khan.
Sir,
do you stand with the person who is consuming the drugs? Do you stand with the person who is carrying his friends along with him?
Sir, who is standing
I think they should say we stand with the NCB, we stand with Sameer Wankhede, we stand with the law in this country, we stand with the people who've carried out the investigations. They should be standing with them instead of the people who've been caught for consuming, peddling or trafficking in drugs. 1 minute. 1 minute. 1 minute. Now listen. Now listen. Mohammad Tausif, you hear Gaurav's point. And before you hear Gaurav's point, I want you to go and familiarize yourself with section 54 of the NDPS Act, which says that the person who is caught with drugs is guilty unless it is proven that his possession of the drugs was legal. Do you understand that? It's a serious campaign, serious aspect of the law. In any other country, people would have faced life or the death penalty for having drugs like that in their possession. Don't normalize it. Don't normalize it. Now Gaurav is responding on the debate.
Arnab,
Responding to you on the debate. Here Gaurav. Gaurav Goel's turn. Gaurav.
Let me tell about this NDPS. If a person is arrested for taking the drugs, no court of law grants a bail. So when it comes to a superstar and when then this fake propaganda comes and the sympathizers come, then everything is washed out. Today in the High Court, what happened, I tell you, Arnab, I am a lawyer by profession. I went to the High Court to do my cases. And there 4-5 lawyers were standing, and 2 or 3 of them were the senior designated lawyers. The moment they got to know that there is a campaign which said, I stand with the Aryan, they started laughing. How you can stand with the person who is accused of narcotics? This is a serious crime. You are playing with the lives of the people. You should, if you are a son of a superstar, you have a moral duty to be fair. But at the same time, this is absolutely rubbish. You cannot stand with a person who is accused of narcotics. Not only supplying the drugs, but they are in the consumption of the drug, which is a serious offense. And there can be a punishment of minimum 10 years. And it's not a small quantity. It's a different kinds of drugs. It's not a normal drug.
Tell me something.
Who's supporting Aryan Khan? It's SSC, cocaine, charas, and how they were carrying it. On the contact lenses, sanitary pads,
and the
hidden
NCB
in the shoes.
official statement.
What kind of people
Sameer
you are?
Wankhede, he himself said, you have to wait for the press conference. How can you prove him guilty? You literally need to wait for the NCB for the final and official statement.
It will take some time. He will be proven guilty. But you don't want him to be proven guilty.
No, there were 600 people on board, and there are
the
2
investigation
other
has
people
just started. He has been arrested. The police is doing its duty. The NCB is doing its duty. The court has categorically observed. Madam, do you have any sort of trust in the courts? No, you don't have.
No,
the court has categorically said today that
from MCB
observed that Aryan was accompanying other accused who was carrying drugs at the time of arrest, but you don't want to trust the court also because you are the sympathizers. When you are the sympathizers, you are also wrong people. You cannot say that he has not done anything wrong. The court has started. Yes, we are, because the court has said this. Madam, what media? He is the first one. He is the first one.
Why are you coming on this point?
Madam, I think you have lost your mind. Go to the doctor, show yourself. You have lost your mind. You don't know about the procedure. How the authorities carried its investigation.
I think Manvi, I'll get Ranjit Keshav please on the debate. Let me get Mahesh Khan and Ranjit Keshav on the debate. Let me get either Mahesh Khan or Ranjit Keshav on the debate. Manvi, I heard you there. You see, look at some of the things which are being said here. Okay. Sujay Kantawala is a lawyer. He knows the way things stand in cases like this. And Brinda is also on the debate. May I first please invite Brinda and Mahesh, and we'll continue to debate. You see, Bollywood and company and their lackeys are jumping to support this star's son. They're calling Sameer Wankhede names, saying he wants publicity. They're questioning his motives for having the guts to arrest the accused. Sameer Wankhede should be given an award for what he's doing. Today, he's carried out 4 simultaneous operations in the last 24 hours, leading to 4 arrests. And people are saying, there are some people connected to Bollywood who are saying, Brinda, oh, you know, this is targeting. You know what they're saying, Brinda? You know what they're saying, Mahesh? This is targeting. There is malice. Just a bunch of 8 kids. Give the child an opportunity. This 24-year-old is just a bacha. Based upon these arrests, today on the evidence gathered, Brinda, they are busting some of the biggest commercial drug rackets. It's these comments which are unfortunate. And then they say, oh, you don't want to talk about Mundra port, you don't want to talk about Lakhimpur, that's why you're carrying out this arrest. Madness, Brinda. Madness. You know, they have not understood the scale of the problem. Brinda, please place your points. And then Mahesh, feel free to respond to her.
Yeah, first and foremost, yes, we need to ask this question. Should we not tighten up where drug and drug abuse and sale and peddling of drugs is happening? And if it has happened in this particular case, why are we not saying, yes, you did a good job to the NCB? The Mundra port is also something that one must be discussing. But over here, there is no way we can stand with anybody who are either consuming it or selling it or peddling it. And what we want to ask ourselves is, there is a burden on public figures and their families who are looked up to. And these are people who have thousands of fans. What is the kind of role model these people make, especially for our young people? Because when Arnab started this debate, he spoke about being cool. And this cool is if you're consuming drugs, if you are in that cool group of people. Yep. And that is what is hitting our young people today. And this cannot happen without the support of influential people. So we must also ask questions. Where's this impunity coming to these people? Bollywood has been for very long associated with drug cartels. Yep. We've also heard so much of news where films are being supported or produced or funded by drug cartels. Nothing much comes out of it because it's just news. But here we have a set of people who have been arrested red-handed. And like the lawyer pointed out, cannot be innocent. You are guilty till you're proven innocent. And this is what we want to ask ourselves today.
This is also coming from this...
this complicity.
You see, I also believe... another thing is happening here. Another thing is happening here, Brinda. If one reflects on the facts, you know, we've been hearing this thing going on over the last few days. Mundra port, Mundra port, Mundra port. The problem with all the people who are half-wittedly talking about the Mundra port don't realize that they are making fools of themselves by making it a counter-argument. And I'll tell you why. For the simple reason that the bust in the Mundra port in Gujarat was also carried out by the Narcotics Control Bureau. I mean, you have to be out of your mind. It's because of the intrepid action of the Narcotics Control Bureau in Gujarat that there was a seizure in Mundra port. So when the Narcotics Control Bureau acts in Mundra port, it's very good, excellent. But when the same Narcotics Control Bureau in Mumbai, Sujay Kantawala, catches Shah Rukh Khan's son, they're very bad. It doesn't add up anymore. Narcotics Control Bureau is good. When it makes a catch in Mundra port, Narcotics Control Bureau is bad when it catches an actor's son. Where's the logic, Ranjit? Actually, let me ask Mahesh first and then... Oh, you're saying something. Yes, Ranjiv, go on.
No, Arnab, that's a wrong... over here, but educating
go on. Ranjiv is saying something, Anand.
Shouldn't be at the cost of ruining the reputation of a 23-year-old. That's what we are trying to say. I'm very sure that none of the panelists over here would promote substance abuse. But as one of the panelists said, that wait for the judgment to happen, and by the time the judgment comes, the media trial would have conveniently ruined the reputation of a 23-year-old. Now, nobody is asking to give the benefit of doubt because he's Shah Rukh Khan's son. Nobody is asking to single out because he's Shah Rukh Khan's son. But then you need to have direct incriminative evidence to actually arrest him. Now, in his arrest memo, it has been clearly written that, sale, procurement, and possession. But then there was absolutely
one minute. May I ask you, Ranjit, listen, Ranjit, a minute. Can I counter that with a view? No, one second. Aryan Khan is not the issue here. Substance abuse, drugs. I just, Ranjit, there's a delay. I'm countering you. You hear my counter? You hear my counter? Hear my counter. Okay, so I can't hear him at all now in the studio, Gagan. Just 1 second. 1 second. I've lost the audio completely.
Arnab, may I come in?
Okay. Have you finished? Have you finished? No, 1 minute, 1 minute. Just a minute. Have you finished? First of all, Ranjit, have you finished? If you finished, I'll tell you, I'll give you a one-line response.
I put my point across with clarity that we are not questioning the intent of NCB here. So
But I'm just asking you whether you finished. I'm just asking you whether you finished. I'm asking you whether you finished. Okay. That if you finish, because I don't want there to be a delay and I don't want to speak over you. Yeah. Okay. So here's one point. Listen, what you're saying, Ranjit, is report some things, don't report other things. Now that's not going to happen. I'll tell you why. The NCB should go cold on the drug trail, should stop arresting 24-year-olds, because some people think that 24-year-olds who may be hardened drug users are but bachas. In August 2018, 8 people were arrested for the possession and smuggling of... Allow me. Now you are not allowing me. You see, now when you realize that I'm not trashing your argument, but I'm destroying it piece by piece, you should willingly listen to it. Because I heard your argument, Ranjit. And as mature people, we ought to listen to each other. Can I complete my point?
Yeah.
Can I complete my point? And if you find me provocative, so be it. But I will make my point. You'll have to hear it. Thank you.
But if you make a wrong narrative, then I'll have to counter it, right?
Ranjit, you're all getting very worked up. You are all getting... See, there's a delay, so please stop. You're all getting very worked up. And I'm saying this, you're all getting very worked up because you sort of got emotionally attached to the fact that it's a star's son who is involved. Well, you might have, your own reasons for it. Some of which may be emotional. Some of it may be irrational, whatever it is, but you have your own reasons for it. The point I'm trying to make to you is that in one country, there is one rule and everybody is a citizen of India. Okay? There is no star's son and there is no non-star's son. Everybody is a citizen of India. In Bhandup, in Mumbai, I'm just taking one example, in August 2018 when 8 people were arrested. Okay? 8 people. One of them was 21-year-old. Okay, one was 26-year-old, one was 65-year-old, one was 21-year-old. Okay, now just because that 21-year-old was not Shah Rukh Khan's son, did anybody come and say, please don't take the name of the person, don't mention? Was there an outcry? Did you all stand in support for that drug user or drug peddler? No. But because it is a star's son, you're getting all very worked up. My point is, and Sujay can make this point, this is a seizure from anyone. Whether that 24-year-old is or is not a son of a star is incidental. The fact is that there is a big bust. It's happening on a cruise ship. It is happening in the open. The rich and high, quote-unquote, high economic end group are supporting this activity. At least 1 lakh rupees is paid for an entry ticket for that party, that drugs party on the ship. Okay? Which means crores of rupees are being spent in 1 or 2 nights on a cruise ship. Which means the drugs culture and the money around drugs is in free flow. Which means, and we must understand, you must understand when it comes to Mundra port and the NCB catches it, this is all connected with Afghanistan Taliban's. And Sujay, tell him it's connected with Pakistan's ISI. You may say, oh, but the star kid, if he's having some drugs, does not know the Taliban links, does not know the ISI links, does not know that Dawood Ibrahim is getting his terror funded through narcotics. But is that not a fact, Sujay Kantawala? Is the funding of terrorism, which leads to the killing of people in this country by enemy nations, not happening through the drugs trade, which gets funded when on cruise ships, lakhs of rupees are spent a night on free-flowing drugs? Answer the question there. Sujay.
So why are we doing this media trial again and again is my question.
For all the benefit...
Sujay Kantawala will respond to you now. You get the point, but you're not acknowledging
watching this program, or who are watching this program. Let me take you a few years back, Arnab. We have done a couple of debates on this. Urta Punjab was a movie in which I was appointed as amicus curiae by the Punjab Haryana High Court. You know what happened over there? Almost every house in Punjab is infested with this termite of drugs. People actually were taken in trucks to watch the movie what drugs can do. It can ruin your family. Aren't we as a country trying to stand united with officers like Samir Wankhede? I think he's understaffed. I think he needs a couple of 100 more men with him. This is a menace which has spread so much that 1, 2 drug seizures, yes, it's a good step. It's a very good step. We must encourage that. But what about the entry points into this country? That is a thing which is of great concern as a parent, as a citizen, and as a lawyer. So therefore, we all need to unite. We all need to stand behind officers who are doing their duty. And there should be least political interference. There was a big problem in Punjab at that time, where there was serious political interference. The officers could not do their function, and cheap narcotic drugs were being sold in pan shops.
Yeah.
Can you imagine? 20 rupees, 25 rupees, a drug known as chitta. Young kids were taking it, falling off their scooters and their bikes. That is a matter of serious concern. What is the next generation of Indians who are addicted to these cheap narcotics substances going to turn out to be? It's going to be disaster. And can we afford that? We have to think as one country in this. We can't afford to have a separate narrative. We all have to unite, band together, and eradicate this menace as much as possible. So many countries, so many generations have been finished because of this menace called drugs. Actually, you know, people are paying for a very high quality, but they don't know what is the adulterous substance which a drug peddler off the street is giving it to you. So therefore, that is another danger. You may be paying a lakh of rupees for a particular gram of particular substance, but what is being supplied to that kid may be cheap talcum powder which is laced with some chemical. It can have disastrous consequences on your body. That is what the kids need to realize. That is what the kids need to be educated. And therefore, it's really cool being cool. And therefore, if somebody says that I'm uncool because I don't consume it, I'm sorry. I am cool because I don't consume it.
I think, Brinda, the basic problem, Apsara, is people are not understanding the difficulty of the job that the NCB does. It's really difficult in this country to go after such big lobbies. Samir Wankhede and the NCB deserve support. That's the point we need to come to. The point we cannot run away from anymore. Apsara.
Absolutely. I think if we as Indians can't stand with the NCB and the youth of this nation, so many of them affected because of drug peddlers and drug users like this. Terrorism is funded through narcotics. We have to stand with NCB and our law enforcement agencies. Just because he's Shah Rukh Khan's son, it's cool to support him. These people are coming up with hashtags, I stand with Aryan Khan. Let the trial go on. Let him be proven innocent. Why do they have to give him the benefit of doubt? He was on that ship with pockets stuffed with drugs and cash. Isn't that the fact? And I don't understand this whole thing. Why are you running this media trial? In a democracy, we have a right to discuss issues of national importance. It's absolutely foolish.
The facts will come out. You know, Apsara. Yeah, you see, Apsara, they are saying that you're targeting someone. I'll tell you a couple of things why I don't think so. Reason number one. 22 people were arrested consuming drugs June 2021 in Nashik, and including one of the people who was arrested was a contestant on a reality TV show. So it's not an exception. The son of an actor, another actor, was arrested in May by the anti-narcotics cell. This was happened in May, right? It was not, I mean, should the NCB slow down for star kids? Are you saying that?
Certainly not.
Syed, are you saying that? Then you debate that.
Not at all.
Debate that. And one thing. In fact, I think, I'll just say one thing. One point I'll make to you. See.
I heard Suzanne Khan's statement. I heard Suzanne Khan say he was in the wrong place at the wrong time. I'm so sorry, he was not in the wrong place at the wrong time. willingly went on that cruise with drugs stuffed in his pocket and cash stuffed in his pockets. He's not somebody who's innocent, who's on that ship, who's been forced to be there. It's only when people get caught in a militant crossfire and a bomb blast can they be wrong place at the wrong time. How can Aryan Khan be at the wrong place at the wrong time? I think the NCB should tighten their noose on Bollywood and bust the drug syndicate of Bollywood.
No, whatever in this specific case, in this specific case, whatever be the facts, let the law take its course on this, no? Let it take its course. But to put pressure on the NCB is inappropriate. The NCB should be congratulated for what it's doing. Yes, Syed Abbas, on the debate with Brinda Adige coming back in. Yeah.
All right. Arnab, first and foremost, I was very keenly listening to Sujay Kandawala ji, very well-renowned lawyer. I agree with him a couple of points, Arnab. There are no two ways about it. This country needs to fight the drug menace, be it a Punjab or any other state for the matter. Also, as a matter of fact, here we need to understand that anyone who says drugs is cool, absolutely not. Drugs does worse to you, your lifestyle, your upbringing, everything. Every youth of this country, Arnab, should say no to drugs. I, in fact, through Republic TV, who has millions of viewers across the world, must run a campaign saying no to drugs. Not just now, even during Riya Chakraborty's case. Now coming to the fact of the matter, Arnab, yes, I agree with you, my friend. The law must take its course. They must be brought to justice. So let's not have a trial by media. Let us allow the courts. Let us allow the respective lawyers on both the sides, the defense counsel, the prosecutor counsel, from the accused end, and also the NCB.
No, but who's stopping that? Brinda, is anyone stopping that? I'm sorry. When you're saying let us allow, of course it's being allowed.
Is this a
Complete
trial? Abbas,
legal representation is being given. The
This
legal
is a
process
debate.
is going on. Brinda, who's stopping that?
And how can you, me, or anybody stop what is being done by law? That is the law. There are procedures. They will follow those procedures.
Ranjit.
Those procedures cannot be done away with by anybody. So what we want to ask now is, why should I stand with anybody in possession of drugs? Because if they are in possession of drugs, we now want to educate our people to say no drugs.
For the reputation that this family has lost in the last 3 days. That is the question. See, nobody is questioning the intent of the NCB, but we are questioning the law of precedents. If there was any sort of direct evidence...
Ranjit, what is...
Was this person in possession of drugs? Was this person in possession of drugs?
Every panel is saying that let the law take its course. He has to abide by the law. Let's wait for the judgment to come. But how many times have we seen in the past that we have done media trials?
How are you going to fight? How are you going to fight the drug menace? How are you going to fight this entire? You need to understand that these are powerful people.
No, I think you are not understanding. No, one sec. Ranjit, a minute, please. Ranjit, a minute, please. Can I ask you a question? Ranjit, I got your point, but I want you to debate with Sujay Kantawala on that very point, please, if I may. Ranjit, I want to ask you a question, if I may, and you answer, and then Sujay will respond to you. Ranjit, my question is, you're saying, oh, this is... Okay, so you say here is a media trial. My point to you is, please understand, the media, in this case, Sujay, was as taken aback or surprised as you when we heard about this drug bust in the middle of the sea. And when we heard there was a luxury ship, a cruise liner, where there are tickets going for lakhs of rupees, the super rich on some kind of non-stop rave party, and people around it boarding, getting off, drugs being found. Please understand, the media did not tell the NCB to go and raid this. We are 1 minute, just 1 minute. The media did not carry out the raid. The media reported the raid. The media did not even know initially that there was a star sun involved. The media reported the raid. Sujay, tell him. It so happened that in the raid, there was a star sun involved. It is a big news event anyway.
You have reached your judgment at the outset of the...
No, one sec. No such insinuation has happened. But there are people who are picking up cudgels for an ongoing case and putting pressure on an investigating agency.
Absolutely innocent.
No, one sec. He's incident. We know something. We are
panelists.
Okay. Let Sujay explain to you.
Arnab, we are all responsible panelists, and you are a very, very well-renowned anchor. No one is talking about a sub judice case or trying the trial in the media. We are having a discussion, non-partisan discussion. The larger issue, Arnab, over here, again I'm saying with folded hands, is that why don't we see the disastrous effect drugs are having on all around us? It's not one house or two houses.
Society.
It's reached every village in this country.
Yeah.
It is such a sad state of affairs. Unless we don't get together and work,
So exactly.
and we don't strengthen our agencies, one day we will not need external enemy. This internal enemy will consume all of us.
I'm telling you exactly.
All that we have achieved will be reduced to ashes.
That is the point.
So therefore, let us join
Yes,
hands.
don't you think
That
that
is
we
the
should
point.
just catch the
That
big
is
fish?
the point that has to reach everyone.
Don't you think we should
that
go for
this
the
is
big
a
fish?
very, very dangerous substance which
Tausif,
our
can I share a
children are
fact with you?
consuming.
Tausif, can I share one fact with you? I'll take 10 seconds. Tausif, can I share one fact with you? As I endorse his point, can I add one fact to you, viewers? One fact I want to share with Tausif tonight. Tausif, just hear one fact. Tausif, I just want to share one fact with you, my friend. One fact. One fact, Tausif. Just listen to me on this, okay? We can disagree on a lot of things, but I don't think, you will disagree with this. 25% of terror funding in India is through the drug trade. 25%. The money generated by the trafficking of drugs goes to carry out terrorist attacks and terrorist operations and fund terrorist operations against India. Okay? And we are closer to the Golden Crescent and the Golden Triangle. We are therefore as a country more vulnerable. And heroin, hashish, synthetic drugs, the entire channeling of money goes there. Gaurav is on the debate, but Gaurav, before that, you just hear his response. Because I just want people to understand what good work the NCB is doing for the country. Mohammad Tausif, please, and then Gaurav. Mohammad Tausif, please, quickly.
Arnab, this is what I wanted to explain you, that I just want to know who's supporting these people. We are not supporting any superstar son today. We are not bothered even. I just want to know if he's caught, he should be behind the bars. But the same thing, I just want what happened in Mundra court. Again, you will say that I am repeating the same stuff. No, but I want to know 3,000 kg
But Mundra port was carried out by NCB, Tausif. What are you saying?
Worth drugs got caught,
Yeah,
sir,
but
why not?
the NCB
Sir,
caught
not,
it. You should be congratulating them.
Why can't we investigate?
I don't understand. When the NCB catches the drugs in Mundra port, it's great. When it carries out an operation on a cruise liner, it's bad.
We are not going for this debate for Mundra port.
No, I'm talking about the drugs trade.
I'll show you.
And these huge findings in Mumbai, which cannot be disregarded. Gaurav. Gaurav and Apsara has not spoken at all, please.
I would like to remind
No, yes. 1 minute, don't take my name. 1 minute, sorry. Gaurav first, quickly, yeah.
Just what details have you received from
just
Mundra
a small couplet?
Arnab, please give me 30
see,
seconds.
those who are sporting a druggist, a small couplet. रामचंद्र कह गए सिया से, ऐसा कलयुग आएगा, हंस चुनेगा दाना तुनका, कौआ मोती खाएगा. किसी ने पूछा कलयुग में धर्म कर्म को कोई मानेगा? तो किसी ने जवाब दिया धर्म भी होगा, कर्म भी होगा, परंतु शर्म नहीं होगी. Those who are sporting the druggist, sir, those who are sporting the druggist,
will this indulgence of people caught in drugs, affairs around drugs end, Apsara? I don't feel very hopeful after this kind of debate.
It must end, Arnab, and I must
Peddlers.
I must thank you because you're the only channel and the only journalist who's consistently fought this drug menace. I think India should join hands with the Republic to bust and boot out these drug peddlers and drug users, and NCB should tighten the noose on Bollywood. All these people coming out and saying, I stand with Aryan Khan, should for a second stand with the people of this country, stand with the agencies of this country to kind of save families, save the youth of this country. Because so many people die, loss of opportunities, loss of revenues, and families are torn apart because of drugs. Why is Aryan Khan so important? Why is Suzanne Khan's statement so important? Why is the Bollywood mafia not standing up against drugs?
Okay, viewers have to close. Absolutely, viewers. Absolutely. And Sudha Hariharan says, The 900 crore club can take a hike. People are aware and have wised up to all their tricks. I don't understand the specific context there, but yes. Upasana from Bengaluru says, thanks for continuing this topic today. It's time we eradicate drugs completely from India. Thank you very much, and I shall see you tomorrow at 9. Ladies and gentlemen, it's a pleasure and a privilege bringing the news to you. Good night and goodbye.